Let me know if you got a notification on your phone.
Yeah. Apparently.
Got 6 people watching already. Dang.
Famous.
Yep. All right. What's everybody up to? Excited to do another live stream tonight to see what everybody's up to. Haven't done it in a while. Reverb there. All right. Excuse me. What's going on, Bill? Yeah, you can't shoot in the dark. Well, we can. We were messing around the other night, actually, believe it or not, shooting metal targets in the dark. It's always fun. What's everybody up to? Hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, it's been a minute since we've done a live stream together. I figured I'd get out and do one for you guys again, see what everybody's up to. And again, thanks to everybody that's liked the videos and subscribed to the channel recently. Really appreciate it. And Tyler does too. I know a lot of you guys have been over to Tyler's channel, Air Guns Extreme.
Night school. 810, boys. Yeah, I don't like 810.
Have I tried any crawls? Yeah, I used to have the crawl MPO3, but Tyler has it now and he loves it. Tell him about it, Tyler.
Oh, that thing is pinpoint, and I should have bought the whole combo off of him with the little FL, and it loves the 15.89s. And I didn't believe him at first until I bought off him. That thing is just instant ack.
Yeah, and it's funny that the Donnie FL actually makes it shoot a lot better than what most people think it would.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. Mike.
Oh, there's our boy.
Yep. There's our buddy. It's awesome, Bill, that delete kit's working out. I definitely did some shooting today. I don't know if you've seen on the Origin or the Avenger page a minute ago that I made that post. But yeah, the delete kit's just untouchable. I mean, I can't believe how well it works.
Yep.
Tested on the Avenger, the Origin, the Gauntlet. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I changed my gauntlet around.
There. I had to fix it. Yeah, hopefully you guys have been liking the new videos. Big thanks to AEA again for sponsoring the channel here lately with the guns and stuff. Tyler's got a big surprise coming too soon.
I ain't gonna spoil it yet.
Yeah, just a big surprise. Any specific topic you want to talk about tonight, Tyler, or bring up? Now that we're live, we got a lot of people watching. Actually, 8:10. That's pretty good.
Well, we kind of already went over your delete.
Delete kit, yep. What topic can we talk about tonight that is really a hot topic? Well, there's a few. There's a few I know of right now. I can mention scopes, the price of guns, and a couple other things.
FPS.
Yep, FPS. The best bullpup under 800. Right now, there's a lot of bullpups that are really priced really well. Like the new Benjamin. Was it the Aquila? Yeah, the Aquila's the bullpup. Benjamin Aquila, the Hotson guns, the AEA guns I got. There's a lot of bullpups that are priced really well. Hotson, Crawl. Don't really know the best because I'm sure they all offer something different, but they're pretty cool to shoot. I'll give them that. Tyler is getting extreme. Watch out. You know why he's getting extreme? I've been pushing his buttons every day. Yeah, that's the only gun I've never shot yet was a Hotson. But I mean, a lot of guys that I know use them and they shoot pretty decent. But I've never actually physically had one in my hand, so I don't know. I just know that they're really popular too. Do either of you guys have any interest in the new Beemans? Yeah, Tyler and I, we talk like every day, literally. And we were talking about getting the Chief 2.0 because it's such a well-priced gun, and it's got a better designed magazine. The hole in the magazine is its own hole in the Chief 2.0 magazine, so that it should shoot lights out. But back now that Tyler's back here, he had to step away for a minute. Mike mentioned that Tyler's getting extreme. What do you got to say about that, Tyler? Because I said I told him that I was pushing your buttons. Since I talk to you every day, I've been pushing you to do stuff.
Yeah, pushing out a little farther and farther with these guns. 150 yards today with the gauntlet. Tomorrow's going to be like 160 in the vid. Oh, we're going to go on and on until these guns don't shoot any farther. I mean, my max goal is to go about 300 yards with them.
There you go.
Just to see if they hold the accuracy out of them.
All right. Steady One says pellets versus slugs. Big difference. Not only retain velocity downrange and all that, because the slug is going to hold more energy better because of the weight distribution. And big thing about the slug, again, with the contact bearing surface, it has a lot more contact bearing surface over a pellet. There's no split difference in the head and the skirt. But to me, I think a slug, even if the tune isn't great like a pellet, the slug will shoot probably a little bit better, even if the tune is horrible.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I got those H&N slugs, 23 grain. It's like me. Shoot really good out of the gauntlet. And, you know, I got them to shoot pretty decent. They're not up to the crawl. And people 3 at 150 yards today off camera. And you saw it. I didn't do a video on it, but you saw basically it acted the same point that the gauntlet with the 8.
Yep. Have I heard anything about the Benjamin Gunnar coming out this year? I have not. I mean, there's so many guns coming out now because who knows, but we'll see which ones stand the test of time, just like the Gauntlet 2.0. Like, that's a hot item right now, which to me, there's really not that big of a difference.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, you get a higher pressure, you get a higher shot count, but at the end of the day, it's still a Gauntlet.
Yep.
What's going on, Benny? Thanks for coming by. Can't wait till next month, the bullfrog hunt. Yeah, our frog season starts here in the month from today, actually, June 15th.
Yeah, I don't even know up here what ours is, but I'm about ready to go out with the blowgun. Right here in the old backyard.
Yeah, you could say that slugs are generally better, but the next thing is you don't get a lot of slugs for the same price as pellets. You spend $20 worth of slugs, you're going to get a fraction of what the pellets are. So it really comes down to, I think, of how well you got your gun tuned for each one. You know, because there's a big difference again with the slugs. And a lot of people really don't know that the pellet actually swodges to the bore compared to a slug. Yeah, the slug gets engraved with the rifling and stuff, but there's no waste on the slug that causes it to get smashed into the bore. So, you know, you have slugs, like a couple slugs, for instance, like the H&N 23 grain 217s will shoot almost identical to a 15.89 grain pellet. Just the dimensions line up in the rifling.
You gonna do a full out review with your new compressor?
Yeah, I'm supposed to here soon. That was the deal. Hey, Sarah. 22 or 25? Well, it comes down to, I mean, are you wanting to be able to go to the store and buy pellets for your gun, or are you wanting to have to order them online all the time? Because unless you live next to a air gun shop, 25 caliber around here in my area is hard to find. And in my opinion, the 22 Avenger is more pellet friendly than the 25 because there's a big difference between the bore being a 25 and 22. And the 22, in my opinion, there's so many more pellet options and availability than a 25. So you can technically get the 22 to shoot a lot better than the 25 with about 4 to 5 different pellets. I don't know if you've seen my 22 pellet test at 50 yards, but the 4 pellets that I sampled at 50 yards shot almost identical, like 5/16 of a group at 50 yards, something like that.
We're just gonna stay slugs tonight.
Yeah. All right. I bet sitting there on the river and hearing frogs all night.
Drive me nuts.
Yeah. What compressor? A lot of you may or may not know, but I received I use a Pinty, or not Pinty. I got a compressor through my sponsor, Pinty, which is the Yonghang. And I never had a compressor that required oil and water or coolant. And not only is this Yonghang, was I thought about getting it a while ago before I even bought my little electric one, which I should have done in the first place. But this Yonghang has dual cylinders, and it just airs up guns so quick, it's not even funny. It's so fast. By the time you turn the water pump on to cool it, you have to unplug it because the air compressor already pumped up your gun. I mean, you have to be really careful. Like, it can air up a gun, depending on the size of the cylinder, within seconds. Yeah, I mean, $19 for 300 isn't bad if you have the slug that fits in the gun. Like, I would hate to spend that much money, and here you are stuck with these slugs that don't really shoot that good. And you really cannot tune a slug out. I mean, yeah, you can get it to the best you can get it, but you can't tune a slug like you can with a pellet because, again, it's waste. The pellet, it has a waste on it, and the slug does not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, probably the real reason why the slugs cost more is that they have more lead than a pellet. I mean, you got to think, you're getting 23 grain of lead, 21 grain of lead, and 22 cal versus a 14 grain pellet, 15 grain pellet. What's my opinion about the hot zone at 125 and 22? I don't have a hot zone. What's yours? What's your break barrel 25? Is it a hot zone?
Hits on Vortex. Striker, I believe. It's in 25. I know I bought it when it was on sale for outdoor. Hat on Edge. That was it.
There you go.
I paid $100 for it. I think it was Pyramid Air. And I just crownied it tonight, and you saw it.
Yeah, I haven't messed with the hops on guns, so I can't really say. I want the Avenger for small game hunting, and I have a lot of starlings and even sparrows in my area. Leaning towards the 25 because it bucks the wind better than 22. Yes and no. Again, that boils down to which pellet. I mean, I don't know if you've been following the channel or how far along you've been following, or if you're on the Avenger Facebook pages. But I've got a video coming out here soon, and a lot of you will see it. But I'll just go ahead and tell you some hot topics right now. Is that I'm able to split playing cards with my Avenger 22 cal and over 20 mile an hour winds at 50 yards. And I hit a playing card in the rain at about, I think it was 10 mile an hour wind at 100 yards. 15-mile-an-hour winds. I hit a bottle cap off a bottle that was behind a bottle. So, I mean, it just depends on how well you got it tuned. Really, it doesn't really matter the caliber. Because I live in a windy area too. Like I shoot the most wind I've ever shot in, and it was on camera, was a 40-something-mile-an-hour wind with a crawl, but I was also prone. So I found out that shooting prone always, yeah, I know. I found out shooting prone always beats the wind.
Yep, I still haven't tested that yet. Crazy me.
Is it Miller time yet? Yeah, it's already open. It's ready to go. Beeman Commander looks like a good deal. Yeah, I haven't messed with that either. I still have my Beeman Chief, the regular one.
You haven't got that gun out in a while, have you?
Nope.
That was your first PCP, I remember.
That's when I was Mr. Controversy.
Yeah, your wife.
You what?
Your wife, was she your girlfriend at that moment?
No, we were married way before that. Slugs and heavy pellets have better ballistic coefficients in windy days, even for 22. It really doesn't come down to the weight either. It all depends on how stable the projectile is, no matter the wind. Whether it's a 13-grain lead pellet or a 30-grain slug of the same caliber, if it leaves the barrel and it's not spinning correctly, it's off its axis, you know, it'll definitely wobble or be unstable at farther distances. And Tyler's been testing this out, you know, and a lot of the times too, you might even be shooting the right projectile and it's your trigger pull.
Yep.
Especially if your pellets or slugs are veering one way or the other, but they're stable, it's your trigger pull.
Yep, figure that out.
Yeah, I still can't believe I hit that playing card in the wind at 100 yards in the rain. That is nuts.
I want to try it. I want to try on one rainy day and see if I could do something like that. Like, that's my goal coming up. Yes, it's a spoiler, but something that I don't want to try.
You gotta push yourself.
Yeah, I'm going extreme now. I'm done. I'm done doing these simple videos. It's time to go long range.
There you go. Is the 79, is that still CO2, Mike? See, we've been even testing your restrictions, believe it or not. We've been shooting more off camera at your setting of 500 feet per second or less.
Yep, now that you sold me the Krell MPO3, that one did that it, and you told me it kept pulled really high, and the pellets were basically just lobbing down range.
Yep.
I got about a 1-inch group at 50 yards, which is not bad at that speed. Obviously, I wasn't tuned and I wasn't played in with that, but you know, you could tune it to shoot that.
There you go, Mike. My very first pellet gun, well, I had the Daisy Red Ryder. That's a BB gun. And then I got the Gammo Cadet Delta when I was probably 7 or 8. That was probably the best time back then. You know those little pellet traps, Tyler, with the little like quarter dime nickel size flipper targets in them. God, we were sitting there hitting these little spinner targets, like the miniature ones at like 30, 35 yards with these air rifles that were shooting. And I chronoed mine the other day, and it was shooting like less than 500 feet per second with a 177. Like, dang. And it still hit those little spinners and reset at that far.
Yep. I remember my first one was the little Red Rider 2. And that's my Pumpmaster 760. And then I moved up. I kind of stopped after that. And then I think my next one, might be wrong here, but my next one was a legit 177 Crosman Vantage that I gave away. And that was it. And I just moved up from there.
After the Gammo Cadet, I didn't really buy anything or get into any more air guns. And I seen the Crossman Phantom. That was the next one. That was the one that put the channel on the map.
Yep.
I bought that for like $60 at Walmart. It was on clearance. Like in 2011, 2012. And then I started using it.
That was a real popular gun back then.
Yep.
I mean, I remember watching many channels on YouTube. Before I even created my YouTube channel, there was this one kid that I watched, and all he did is he took that gun and was out there pet birds with that 22 Vantage, and he sat in a legit tent, like a 2-person, 1-person tent, and he'd sit out there and just shoot that gun at birds all day. And I was like, dang.
Let's see here. There you go, Mike. That's a good deal. Especially at that velocity. Does your guns have the power level on them on your cross? Do you have the little power knob? Because I mean, I know you're under 500 feet per second, but I didn't know if you could turn the power down or that was just set the way it was set when you got it. Because our cross here has the power adjustment knob. So pretty much the only way you can go is down. Then it sounds like that would stink. But then again, I guess you could use that knob to tune to the pellet. Yeah, that would be the best way to look at it. Use that knob to tune the pellet in.
Then again, you gotta think at that type of speed, you'd be able to get a lot of shots per fill.
Yep, because they don't mess with the air cylinder. They just mess with the feet per second when you get it. What was it? Giles from the air gun show or whatever had that FX made specifically 12 sub-foot-pounds or whatever. And here he was getting like 200 something shots and 177 out of the FX. That was nuts. Have you seen the 1100 brake barrels? I got one a few months ago. It was only $63. I haven't really been paying attention too much to really anything, any guns. I think I've probably seen maybe 1 or 2 on the shelf here recently, but a lot of places you just can't go in the store anymore and buy that stuff anymore. But if it works, hey, you know, you can't complain.
Yep. The world is.
Keep silicone on the kit and recommend for people to use. Well, tell you the truth, Bill, I really never used any lube on my silicone or on my delete kits because it's chemical resistant and all that stuff. You really don't have to. The only thing is that I would recommend, since I've had mine, you know, again, I've tested my delete kits on my guns since November of 2020, and I first unveiled it to Tyler. And Tyler will tell you that I found it out. I said, hey, I have this idea that I'm gonna get this. I'm going to make something to get rid of these standard O-rings on these probes. I cannot stand them. And he'll tell you that I did it. And finally, I mean, I had it figured out. And I had it on the gun forever. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start testing this even more. And that's when I finally realized that, hey, I could help these guys out in the origin page on Umarex, the Umarex origin page with this delete kit, because the way the guns were shooting, the spike from the unregulated shot curve was just crazy on how much it spiked up all the way up to the max and all the way back down.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna add on to that with my gauntlet. You know, I was putting a lot of air, a lot of blowback. The Umarex gauntlet, and then I bought the O-ring off of you, and there's no blowback, and I'm getting the full 60 shots off a O-ring delete kit over the factory O-rings, where I was only able to get maybe 40 shots total out of the factory, and then it would be chewed up after a week. So that goes to show right there that your O-rings that you make or have work. You get more shots, higher speeds, and they don't chew up. And yeah, I lube mine up every once in a while, once a month, whatever, but it doesn't hurt to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but the thing is, just don't let it dry rot and, you know, be out in the sun, or, you know what I mean? Just don't let it get dry rot, because then it'll just crumble, break off. But I can't see that happening either, because the air rifle is always going to lube itself, especially a PCP. A lot of people don't know, but that mist that's coming out of your barrel, not only is it, you know, lead dust, but it's also moisture from your air cylinder. So if you shoot your gun now with the O-ring delete kit on it and sit there and cock your delete kit back with your probe, and you touch it, you can feel it won't ever dry out. And that's why it collects that dirt, because it's moisture on it.
Yep.
All right, what else here? Yeah, Crawl Mega is shooting stars and stripes out of the barrel in a good way.
You want to talk about those 18 H&N?
Yeah, let me answer this real quick. Chrome line barrel for FN 18-inch. No experience with FN barrels, but chrome line, I can't remember which one it is. They claim chrome line is probably the most accurate, I believe, is what I've heard. As long as you don't sit there and use them on a machine gun, because that heat will break the chrome line down. As far as I could say, though, I mean, 18 inches, you're going to get that probably decent velocity, more than a 16-inch and almost a 24-inch velocity. But I think that's what it is. I think the chrome line barrels, from what I remember back in when I messed with AR-15s all the time, I just haven't had them out, that the chrome lining in the barrels are supposed to be the most accurate, because they keep the heat to a minimum unless you're using them on a machine gun. All right, now what'd you say, Tyler? You want to talk about the 18 grain?
Yeah, from the new H&N.
Oh yeah, so a lot of you may or may not know that H&N released a pellet, the 18 Barracuda, and we've been using these pellets for the past month or so now, and man, these things are just knock out of the park, accurate, precise. I mean, my next upcoming videos, that's all I used in them. I mean, they're just unbelievable. Once you get them tuned, let me add on to that. Once you get them tuned to the gun, okay, there you go, Tyler.
No, I mean, they shoot good out of my Gamble Swarm Whisper. They shoot good out of the Umarex Gauntlet 22, not the Gen 2 or the number 2. They shoot good out of the Crown PL3. You know, they're like all-round type of pellet. And at first, I thought that they were maybe a 50-yard pellet. Well, they start around with them a little bit more, and I talked to you about them that, hey, I only thought they were 50-yard pellet. Well, it turned out that they're not, and you just got to tune them to your gun. And in today's video on my channel, that was with the 18s out of the Gotcha at 150 yards. And to me, that was just mind blown. And then I did a little bit of pest controlling with them, and I know you got a little bit of that coming up on your channel with them. You know, but it goes to show right there that, yeah, they're new, but they're accurate, and they shoot good out of the Avenger, like you told me. And I'm not saying any more, but
Yeah, that's what stinks. Let me add on to that. That's what stinks about guns that are not adjustable. You will never find out exactly what pellet, or it'll take you forever for a gun that's not adjustable. So from here on out, I'm going to try to buy guns that are adjustable, because it would take forever for somebody else to normally buy a gun and test every pellet. Like, that's the old way of doing it. With a gun that can be tuned, you can do it with the same pellet. You could actually tune a pellet to the gun. Let's see, getting ready to the H&M Barracuda Extreme. My Avenger loves them, but they raise price. Yeah, that's another problem coming up. Everything's going to be inflated, and it's already happening.
yep.
What's going on? East Coast Guns and Fun, bang boom.
I kind of like those though. That these, you know, not only do you have JSB with the 18s, but I kind of like these other companies. I kind of wish, you know, these other main companies come out with these type of 18 grain. And, you know, could you imagine that the H&N comes out with a 15.89? Oh man, like that would be cool if they did.
Yep.
So maybe that was their leading step to see if those 18s were going to sell to compete against JSB or Predator International.
Which is crazy how they're spot on too. Like, not only are they 18 grain, but they're 18.13.
Yep. I think it'd be cool if they came out with the 15.89 next. Because to me, that would be awesome. Then definitely I'd like to get my hands on that for MS air guns. Yeah, I think we need to do a review with our compressors to show those. Yeah, hang on. Let me get this, and then I got something to get the STKO. We're actually in a live stream with many fans watching. So if you guys don't know, obviously, thanks to James over there at STKO or Play, he's been helping me out a lot with my channel. I appreciate it, and I talk to him almost every day, and he's a good buddy of mine, and he's been giving me some good deals, and obviously, he's just looking out for me. With that being said, not only did he sell me the Crawl MPO3, he also sold me, the crowning graph to be able to test my speeds of my guns, and that's what you guys saw recently in the videos, was maybe some crowning work. And I did the Swarm Maximum video, and basically in my eyes, I didn't know that gun was shooting the Canadian version of 500 feet per second or less. So that being said, he's offering out to help a lot of people. And not only in it to, prove himself here, but if you guys have any questions, you guys can contact him. Like I said, that you help me out to the best you can, give me good deals on items here to help me out. With the Crownie and the Crawl MPL3, give me all these figures and, tell me what's the best pellet for this gun, that pellet about this gun. So like I said, I appreciate that, you help me out.
It's no big deal. That's what friends are for, right? Even though I give you crap all the time, somebody's got to push you to do the stuff. Because if you don't,
he's always on me. He's always on me. And I got a special video that is in the making right now. It's 120 yards video with another gun that he forced me to do to grow my channel even more. And I appreciate that, I know you're busy with other things, but I appreciate you, giving me some good deals here on some things, and, just looking to help me out, help a brother out, I guess it would be, and to grow my channel. So like I said, I appreciate, you help me out, and I keep saying it all the time to you, and if it wasn't for your O-ring delete kits, I'm proving it to you, and not only to you, but, I'm showing the YouTube world of air guns that actually your O-rings work.
Yep. You're welcome. It ain't no big deal. I mean, nobody was there to help me get where I am today. I mean, yeah, I had the sponsors and all them and subscribers help me along the way, but nobody actually guided me to where I'm at. So where I can help, especially when you got friends like that you can help, why not, right?
Yep, and I've known you for many, many years,
Almost. That's been, what, 7 years? Yeah, 7 years now.
I appreciate you sticking through it with me, and get my channel the best I can. Obviously there's improvements coming, and what's going to be coming, and we're not going to spoil it just yet. So like I said, I just appreciate everything you've done so far.
You're
Getting
welcome.
me going again.
You're welcome. Even though my tactics might not be the best, but hey, you know what? You're growing. That's all that matters.
No, I'm just, I'm impressed on what you're telling me to do with mind blowing. I mean, it not from just me, but the way you put it the other day was with the blinky blink at 120 yards with that blink blink. It pushed me out today to 150 yards with the gauntlet. And that's what, I'm not saying I needed that, but it just got me on that page of going extreme, like Mike said, earlier tonight.
And I mess with him, guys, all the time. I mess with him all the time. Every time he calls me or we talk, I'm like, uh-oh, it's Air Guns Extreme, not so extreme. What's up?
He always does it. He always does it. He always messes around with me.
And now he's up there. Like I don't know if you guys noticed that actually subscribe to his channel. Go subscribe to him now, Air Guns Extreme. He's been pushing his own boundaries. He's been getting out of the box.
Yep. Especially today with the 150 yards. That was just mind blowing to me. That, I just felt like I could do it. Confidence was up. And, not trying to prove to the world, but I felt confidence that I could do it at that distance with that gun.
And it helps when your gun is actually shooting good instead of, and I have to say, everybody's opinion on what their gun does is their opinion. It might not be in my opinion that their gun shoots good. It might not be your opinion that their gun shoots good. But if they're happy with it, that's all that matters. But in my eyes, if I want my gun to shoot good, and here's the deal with me, this is the way I've shot, and this is the way I'm always going to shoot from now on. And Tyler knows this from working with me every day. I don't really care about the vertical. As long as the pellet stays in a straight line in my scope, all the way down to my target, that does not matter to me. Anything else does not matter. So it doesn't matter the range, it doesn't matter the pellet, it doesn't matter this, doesn't matter that. As long as that projectile stays in a direct alignment with my scope reticle, vertical alignment, all the way to my target, nothing else matters. Because if you start getting, again, a swirl, or you get a swerve or something like that in your scope reticle, and you can sit there and see your pellets doing this, something's not right.
And I'll give it to the point where if you're aiming at that bullseye, it's a little bit off to the left or a little bit off to the right, but as long as perfectly in line and it's not way off target, that's, dude, I think personally in my eyes, if it's a little bit off and right or to the left, it's because your scope's off a little bit. But as long as it's in that line, just a little bit over, I still say that's pretty good. And that's just your scope's off at that distance, or you're not fully.
You're not straight. You're not square to your target when you're shooting at a target. Sometimes that makes a big difference too on how well you're aligned to your target when you're facing your target. And hence, depending on the gun, could be recoil too. I've had that happen to me sometimes because you're not really anticipating a recoil like on a big bore. Tyler had never shot a big bore.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be coming pretty soon here.
All right, what do we got here? What am I eating? Well, sorry guys, I'm addicted to these hot peanuts. I bought a bag of these Hampton Farm hot peanuts that I have not been able to find for so long. And it's like they're addicting. I mean, Bill, yeah, I try to stock up on them. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Right now, I rarely ever stock up on pellets. Yeah, I might have a lot of pellets compared to a lot of people, but I don't go out, and that's another topic we can hit on. We've been seeing this through many pages that we belong to on Facebook, and I'm sure there's somebody watching now that's done it. And what happens is you see all these pellets on the shelf at the store, your local department store, whatever it is, and you buy them all. And I've already had a chat with a couple guys about this, and it's a hot topic because they think that, buying them all is going to be, the best thing for them or something like that. But they don't realize is that when they buy them all, that's all that store had at that time. So, and I get their mindset too, that if they buy them all, somebody else can't just come in and buy them and then turn around, sell them in a flea market and gouge the price up. So I get that. But for somebody that doesn't shoot all the time and just wants to run in, grab a tin of Crossman Premier Hollow Points or whatever the case may be, all those pellets are gone. And until that store gets that next shipment of pellets in, after the order from being back ordered of all the other orders that the pellet manufacturer, like Crossman for instance, has to fill, that's when Walmart gets their stock in. They don't get it in as soon as that last tin of pellets was done on the shelf. So there's no telling. Like my local Walmart, I'll be honest with you guys, I had to wait like 2 months one time to find pellets at my local Walmart. So I know, I mean, you know, I get it that when you find them, you want to buy them all up. But, you know, we were seeing guys doing it every time. Every day they were going to different Walmarts and just buying them all off the shelf. So, you know, I shoot a lot compared to most people, but I don't sit there and shoot pellet tin after pellet tin in the same day. If that's what they do, they just sit there and have so much time on their hands. That's all they do. So I don't know. Then the thing is, they don't understand the manufacturing side of it either. So again, Walmart has to wait for that next shipment of pellets to get in from the manufacturer being back ordered and backlogged from all the other orders they have to fill first. And not only that, but the factory that the pellets are being made in is already behind because they're not at full capacity with their workers in the factory. So there again is no telling exactly how long you're going to get your pellets delivered to your local store. So yeah, nah, it is what it is. It's just it's a double-edged sword. No matter what you do, you know. And then what's even worse is you find a pellet that works and you can't find it anymore.
Yeah, we know that.
Just ordered the Gammo. Oh, hold on a second. Did you guys see my video on the Hawk 4-16? We have not, Mike. We're gonna have to definitely. I'm gonna have to spend some time catching up on everybody's videos. I've been busy with work. I mean, this past week, I'm not even kidding. I've been putting so many hours in from work. And Tyler, I've been on the phone with Tyler as I work through the day, from sun up till sundown, almost every day this week. I've been working, and that's not including my YouTube videos.
Yep, I can agree with that.
So I really have not had much time to watch many videos at all. Through the head, hog's head again. Yeah, that would be cool. Problem is, I don't know if I'll be able to find a perfect specimen. I know a lot of people gave me a bunch of crap about that video I did a while back, a couple years ago actually. I think it'd be 4 years ago this year. That the hog heads that I had, they were already shot, and I couldn't really do nothing with it. Besides that, I just went along with the video. Yeah, I need to get out and do some fishing. I haven't been fishing probably maybe once this year. Yeah, pellet, peanut dust. Yeah, that stinks about your camera. Just ordered a Gammo varmint. What's it good for? Is the varmint the 177 or 22? I think it's a 177, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Is that the new model or the old model? I think that's the old model. I don't know.
I like my 177 Gamma.
Well, the thing is, if you get to shoot good, the Gammo varmint should shoot just about any small game animal if that's what you're looking for, target practice, whatever it may be. I mean, the 177s are really underrated for what they can do here in the States.
I remember taking the old Daisy Powerline 880 pump-to-matic. I mean, you sit there and you pump it 10 times. I whacked many squirrels with that gun when I had it.
Yeah, that Crossman, the Legacy I had, that I used the BB in, and I pumped it up 10 times when I remade that video about that accident that happened here a while ago. That was up towards you here in Indiana, about that girl that shot her family member with the air pistol. Anyway, little BB surpassed like 4 inches of 20% ballistics gel and got stuck on the other end of a coconut. Tell Tyler to put the brake barrel down. PCP is getting extreme. That's what friends are for.
Who said that?
Mike.
Oh boy. Okay, it's coming, guys. It's coming. Here comes the train. It's going extreme now. I ain't messing now.
And now you're going to have to do 2 videos on it.
Oh, it's going extreme now.
Show him. Show Mike what you can do, Tyler.
I mean, I don't want to really embarrass him, but you know, under 500%. Sad to say, you know, it's not anything against him. It's just they're.
No, he's not talking like that. He just wants to see what you can do. Come on, show him. This is the make it or break it situation. Your air gun's extreme. Show him.
All right. You know what's coming tomorrow. I already told you, don't spoil it.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Let your video do the talking for you.
Yeah. I told you earlier tonight. You know what's gonna be in video mode tomorrow.
Yeah, I think, speaking of buying pellets, though, I probably buy maybe 5 tins a month, if that. I'd say that's a pretty good number for me. I really don't buy that many pellets.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the only reason why I bought 4 tins of those Barracuda 18s was because they're cheap and they shoot good out of my gun.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, other than that, you know, usually I average about 4 tins, you know, to give full out test with and then do videos with. But thanks to my sponsor now, I don't have to spend money. And you guys all know that I've been putting them in my grow from Mississippi Air Guns that are fully sponsoring my channel now. They're sending me a buttload of items within the next month. And you know, if it wasn't for them to send me those 15.89s, I probably wouldn't be making many videos. And they're not only is it you that's pushing me, but they're also pushing me. The pellet I have now, a lot of them I bought on my personal end. But you know, when they start sending me some items here, it's going to be a different world for the channel.
see here. Bill said he's got a 30 cal free AEA to try. Too bad he's in Michigan right now. That'd be an expensive trip.
To who? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Michigan, guys. Like, we're not gonna get down to that point, but you know what I'm talking about. I hate Michigan. Like, I want to move. What did Mike say? About 100?
He's calling you out.
All right, Mike, you got a challenge to come now.
I think we need to take a minute break. I gotta use the restroom or the bathroom and get some more to drink, and I'll be right back.
Yep, I'm going to too.
Yeah, we've been streaming for over an hour now.
Mike's got a challenge me. Hey, Mike, if you can hear me, DM me. Come on, go. Now, tell me the challenge.
All right, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. All right. Oh. All right. Yeah. Oh man. All right. I free floated my 597. Now it shoots bad. Should I black tape it? It is 20 inches. You could try it. I don't know what stock yours is. Mine has the polymer stock on it. You could try it right at the end of the stock.
Oh,
Yeah, we probably won't be on too much longer. It's already 10:30. We've already been on it, what, over an hour now.
yeah, I would say probably 10:35.
10:45, 20 more minutes.
Mm-hmm. Just because I got to do a little testing. I do the test that I wanted to do earlier. I know that's all about. Do I have to on that?
Oh, ring delete kit's blowing up my phone all the time now.
And I might have to add into that one
What?
on that page.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about. Or is it down to that point, or should I not?
I don't know. Dang it! Dropped my peanuts.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody coming and joining. We haven't done this in a while. Actually, it's been what, 3 or 4 months now? It's been a while. Just been busy schedules, all kinds of stuff.
Yep. Yep. Typical.
Do I torque my stock screws? No. I did buy a fat wrench, but I haven't even had time to use it. I just snug my screw till they, I mean, just snug them. I don't even really over tighten them or loosen them or nothing. I just snug them until they stop, and I don't really crank on them. I'm shipping my third hand pump back for repair. Jeez. Well, I can tell you, Mike, the best compressor to go with would be the Yonghang. Don't mess with the oilless electric ones. Get the one that requires oil and requires coolant. I'm telling you, God, the Yonghangs that we have, Tyler and I, they air up so quick and they're so powerful. Like you can buy a tank later on down the road, like a scuba tank or something to fill up. Yeah, Bill, when somebody says they'll give you a sub, it means that they're subscribing to your channel. Man, Yonghangs are hard to get in Canada. I'm sitting here telling Mike Tyler that Yonghang will be the best pump to get, hands down, for the money.
Yeah. I won't buy any other compressor without the one I have now. It's way better than those 12 volts, non-oil and non-water. Like, that's crazy though. He can't get those.
Yeah, he said he's down to his third hand pump right now. He's going to send it back and get a compressor.
Well, I don't know over there, but dang. He might be best a little extra money and see if he can get one of those over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they have importing restrictions or something.
They might.
which is so weird because they're so close. He's so close to the United States.
Yeah, he's just across the river from me, basically, from where I am. I mean, not saying that he's exact. I mean, to where Canada is from me is just across the river.
You're not gonna believe what he said. What the young hang cost over there?
What? Was it over 200 or what? 300? What?
Way up.
Tell me.
1,600.
Holy shit!
Unless that's the Hill 3000 he's talking about. I wonder if they can't get the. I think he meant he can't get the young hang there at all, and that's what the next best thing is, $1,600.
Oh my god!
You got to remember though, that's Canada.
Yeah. I thought Michigan was bad. With everything that's going on in this world, I want to move out of Michigan. I really live down there in Indy.
Yeah, that's what I figured you meant, Mike, was that the Hill 3000 costs that much, but still, that's a lot of money for investment for an air gun.
That's nuts. Nope. Look up.
The Ready Air is $689. Who makes that? Is that Umarex?
Yeah, I think so.
Not in stock, of course. That's how it always is.
Yep. I think Umarex makes that one. That's nuts. Like, I couldn't imagine paying that much. Like, I probably wouldn't give up my channel because of that. But then again, I don't think I'd be. If I was going to get a PCP in his version, I don't think I'd be getting one that has a big bottle on it.
Mm-hmm.
At that price,
One good thing though with that velocity being low where he's at, he gets a lot more shots on a fill. And he wouldn't have to pump up all the way. So if he had the gauntlet, say for instance the Canadian version, he wouldn't have to pump up hardly that much.
No.
To be regulated.
Yep. That's just crazy though.
Yeah, what is a Happy Meal there for McDonald's? Like $7, $8?
God. I know over there when we go to Lake Simcoe, you go to Wendy's, you gotta pay separate for every topping you want. Like if you want lettuce, and Mike will answer that, but everything is separate. Like all you get is basically just a cheeseburger over here in the States. And then if you want a Baconator, you got, it's like so much cents for a piece of bacon times how many you want. And he'll tell you.
That's crazy.
Last time we were over there when we stopped at Wendy's, like over just because we wanted the full out baconator.
Spent how much?
Over $20. Just for basic baconator.
I believe it.
Like, and then, you know, mayo and all these different dressings or whatever else you want on your sandwich is separate. Times whatever.
It's almost like New York City here. Pack of smokes is $10-15.
See, our packs of cigarettes are like $7-8 here.
Dang, $1,600 in one gun and a scope. Dang. Which one's that? Is that your Hawk and your Jumbo?
That's crazy. I personally probably, if I lived in Canada, I probably wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. I mean, no.
Dang. Yeah, I bet here in the States, it would be, I know it'd be a fraction of the cost, but it makes me wonder how much different, like, because I know we can get the Jumbo here for like $600-700, I think, when they're in stock. And then that same scope. So yeah, we would probably have that gun in the same setup as you here in the States, of course, with the different currency and inflation rate. It'd probably be half of that.
Yep.
So that Hill 3000 compressor then is probably around, well, here, if it's $1,600 there, I could tell you the difference here. Yeah, so it's $1,200 here.
That's still kind of pricey up here.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they're way overcharging up there. I mean, of course, that's their currency, though. That's the way that's scaled. We think it's overpriced, but their everyday living is different, and they don't have to pay for health care.
Dang, there's coyotes firing up out there right now. Time to get the crawl MPO3 out, boys.
These import tax and then more tax.
Yeah. I wonder if he orders Pyramid Air. How the heck did they get over there?
International shipping.
Yeah, but then you gotta think about how would they get that over there? On a boat?
Plane.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're going to get off here in about 2 minutes. So we appreciate everybody watching and asking and commenting and joining us here for our live stream that we haven't been up to date on in a long time. Might have to include some special guests next time. Some other people. I don't know yet. We'll have to see what's going on. Maybe plan it, see who we can get a hold of, and have some extra guest on the channel. That would be cool.
Especially Mike.
Yeah, make it an actual show. That'd be pretty cool.
If we can get Mike into it. Yeah. Then us three can all kind of.
What's your time zone up there, Mike? Is it 10:45 right up there now? Because you're just north of Tyler, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think they are the same time. I believe that they are.
Get full of peanuts.
But you do eat the whole bag.
Almost. Are you watching the video? Like the comments?
No, I don't see the comment. I just see the video.
Oh. They're asking where you're at.
Had to go and get my dinner.
No, asking where you were at in Michigan. Like what city or whatever. Or county.
St. Clair County. You know my location, but I ain't gonna give it out in a sec.
South Detroit, right? Keep it real. 8 Mile. No, I'm saying. You're in you're right behind Eminem's house, right? You're
St. Clair County. That's all I'm giving out. I ain't giving no more. I ain't giving no more out. That's it. You know. Oh gosh, I'm hungry.
He said he's got relatives in Alpena.
That's not far from our one factory.
Yeah, that's way north from where he's at now, but he knows where that's at.
Yep.
Yeah, these pellets are pellets. These peanuts are addicting. I gotta stop now. I'm getting full. All right. Tyler, where'd you go? All right, you ready to call it?
Yeah.
Any last words?
Wait a minute. What was it about Alpena?
Oh, he said that's where his family's at, and that's where he goes fishing.
Oh yeah, that ain't far from our one property up north. All right, I'll end it.
Any last words?
Look forward to my channel having some great videos coming up. Thanks to MS Air Guns. Gonna be sending me some awesome things to do reviews with, and you know, we're gonna continue to push here on my channel and get it up, keep it growing.
Yep. Yep, and you guys know me. Definitely got some videos in the works already. Hit on topics that are always current. Try to help somebody out. But anyways, we appreciate you guys joining us tonight, and thanks for watching. Us sitting here just yapping our trap, and stay tuned for both channels. Shoot to Kill Outdoors, or STKO, since I've shortened it up. STKO, and all about air guns. And definitely go check out Tyler's channel, Air Guns Extreme. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you on the next one. Don't know when that's going to be, but we're going to try to make these more current again, like we were doing there for a while. But that's it. I'm going to go ahead and end it. See you guys later.